Okay, we're doing problem 4-3, start to finish, and quickly this time. In essence, you'll see that this problem is really just this one step over and over again. So I've got to turn off my listener here. Alright, so first thing you do, obviously, start with a box bigger than what you think you want to do. Remember last time I think we started to learn about drafting on the correct layer. This is the layer toolbar right here. I'm going to put it on object, and you see that layer is not on, so I'm going to quickly show you that it is possible to be drafting on a layer that is hidden. You don't want to do that. You do not want to be drafting on a layer that is hidden or off. So you see, again, I probably turned it off again. I'm going to come back to here. I turn that on, close this up. That's my object layer. Left click, right click, erase. First step, make a box bigger than what you think you're going to draft. We're going to put this box on the view layer. I'm changing that first. You can change what layer you're going to draft on, and we will introduce you pretty quickly to a neat little tool that you don't have to use this. But in this case, draft a box. I don't know, that's pretty long. I'm going to give it maybe 20. Again, turning on my keyboard, should do that first thing in the morning. Hitting at 20,10. And then you look at this drawing, and what they give you is the direction, one direction, and that is the direction AB, and the rest of them are turned angles, interior or exterior. There's a fundamental distance between direction and angle. Direction starts going 0, 90, 180, and 270 off a standard position angle. That is called a right hand coordinate system. Put your finger down in the X, put your your pointer in the X, your expressive finger in the Y, and your thumb will go in the Z direction. So we're going to start. We can use line there, we can use line here, we can hold down our right mouse and use line, or we can just type L spacebar. Visually, I'm going to start about here, and we're going to learn to have all of these things off. I'm going to type at distance, which is 2.85, angle, that's not 37, that is 143. In other words, 180 minus 37. Once you've got that, we're going to practice the snaps here, and the routine will be this. Copy and rotate the line, and then change its length with the length command, L-E-N. I like that command so much, we'll add it here on that toolbar. But we won't do it right now. I'll just type L-E-N so you can get used to that. I'm going to left click, spacebar, spacebar, C for copy, rotation angle. I'm going to put my hand down and decide whether it's positive or negative. I'm going to say 85 degrees because my thumb is coming out of the page, and then I'm going to hit a return here. I can now type L-E-N. This time you see I can either grab the thing. If I grab the thing on its end and say L-E-N, I'm going to tell it it's a total length, T for total, and the total length is 3.09. And then I'm going to grab the object undo. So that didn't necessarily help to do that kind of pre-destination of what I'm going to change. But it didn't hurt. Again, now we're going to left click, spacebar, 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 spacebar. If you go by the rotate, C for copy, and then a rotation angle of 58. Same thing, L-E-N. This time I didn't select beforehand, I can now select afterwards. I have to say, select an object, and I'm going to tell it total length. And remember that length from last time. This time I want 1.93. Grab the end up, do it again, left click, what I want to change, L-E-N, total 1.93, and then grab the object. Now you're going to see grip snaps are going to be really useful for changing length, and we will get into using that, but for now I'm trying to keep you within. I'll show you one other more transferable way, a little bit less fast, but a really good way to go anyway. Left click on a grip, spacebar, rotate, C for copy, and then now this is a -88. Those of us who learned to escape the draft a long time ago, we learned how to draw, take out our compass point on the table, not compass, find your way through the woods. We learned how to do a center radius, shift right click from the endpoint, and we can give our new length as 8.21. See that circle out there lets us use the hold down your right mouse, extend, screw that, I'm not going to tell you where I'm going. Click on that, escape bar, left click, right click, erase. Obviously it takes longer, but it's giving you a better visual on what you're doing actually. Remember a circle being in a coplanar set of equidistant points from another point. Now we're to the next one. It's a 95 positive angle. You remember we left click on the mouse, spacebar, copy, C for copy, return, and we're going to go 95. Return, try that circle one again, and you'll learn that circle radius is kind of the standard one that comes up if you want to start using the toolbar. Shift right click endpoint, and the radius in this one is 5.53. This time it's going to be trim, not extend. So I hold down my mouse button, go to trim, screw that, I'm not going to tell you, close that up. You notice how it trimmed between two lines. I don't like that when there. Click on it, and then I can just hit the delete key if I want. A lot of those Windows skills do transfer over. Left click, right click, erase. You are right here. You're going to turn to positive 52. You left click right on that grip, spacebar, C for copy, and then an angle of a positive 52. That gets you to this point here. You realize then, right, you want to change the length, that length. Let's go back to the LEN, or I'll make a stab here. I'm probably not going to be able to do it, but I'm going to click on the, no, I'm not going to even do that. I'm going to click on the line, type LEN, grab the object, I'm sorry, say T for total length, and the distance FG is 6.35 if my eyes work. You notice there I grabbed the wrong end. I grabbed on one side here, so I can hit an undo, select an object, and it pushes out in the other direction. That's pretty useful. What this did is I grabbed either side of the midpoint. It figured out which side to push the line out with. Finally, we can again, the most important thing we have in CAD is that we learn to do line, shift right click, endpoint, to shift right click, endpoint, and we have that piece drafted in less than 10 minutes. You'll notice the problem 4-4 is very similar to that, except it adds then some information as we start locating in an X and Y coordinate system a center of some other assembly, I guess if you would call it. That was 9 minutes and 9 minutes and about 12 seconds. Here's what we did. We drafted the first line by direction using the command line and then at, distance, less than, angle. From there we used the grips, turning interior angles. We left clicked on something, we left clicked on the grip, and then we used the space bar to go through till we got to rotate. We said C for copy, we gave its rotation angle, and then we changed the length of the new thing by either the length command or by drawing a circle and trimming, or there'll be other methods. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening.